Twist and Jay Studios.
This is a revolution.
I do lessons.
Quiet on the set. Just kidding. Hey y'all, this is Billy Joe Jones, and you're listening to The Morning Ride on Texas Homegrown Radio.
It's the morning ride. Live from the Rockstar Ranch at Texas Homegrown Studios, it's the morning ride.
Hey there, I'm Ned Ledoux, and you're on the morning ride with the one and only Jody Lee.
Oh, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a record.
Welcome back into the morning ride, right here, live from the Rockstar Ranch and Texas Homegrown Studios.
Oh, yeah.
Still gotta fix some of those old liners. Happy Hump Day, everybody. The morning ride brought to you by Beverly Gosden Jenkins and the A-Team, also Brazos River AC, Cannonball Insurance, and Wiley Disposal.
That's right.
All now with new jingles. Except Wasey said we didn't write one for him, so we'll have to do that one.
Yeah, but sometimes the best advertisement's a talking one, you know. If you need an AC, call Wasey. Brazos River, blah, 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 Incorporated. You know what I mean? You know all those fast talking at the end? All sales are final.
Yeah, it's like all those medicines with the disclaimers, you know?
Yeah.
And I was watching Dallas Cowboys play, and like every medicine that came on for commercials, stuff I take.
Oh, man.
And like the disclaimers are stuff like death and dismemberment.
May die instantly. Like, what? Why?
I'm like, wait. I take that. What's going on?
Oh, man. Yep.
Let's see. I'm going to look one up.
And then, and it like, it's always like they just show somebody just like carelessly walking through life, like, and doing stuff that nobody ever does, you know?
Let's just see. I'm going to pull one up here and see what the side effects are for one of the pills I take.
Like, it shows people, like, they got like a white sheet around them and they're walking down the beach with the wind flowing. They're like, nobody does that.
See if I don't know how to see where it says what the side effects are. Let's see.
Yeah, they don't want you to be able to find it.
Yeah.
That's why they put it real fast at the end.
I know it was something like death and
Yeah, may die instantly.
dismemberment,
Oh my gosh.
swelling of face and mouth,
That cannot be good.
kidney problems,
Oh man.
girl third arm. You know, it's all those kind of things.
Yeah, it's like you take a pill for a bunion and you end up with, you know, an extra arm.
Here's some of the side effects: blurred vision, confusion, difficulty breathing. That's one of the pills I take.
Doggone, man.
So if I do something stupid, it's because I had confusion from the pill.
Shoot, man, I don't know. Some of these things that you see on the television, I wonder about. Makes you go,
Man, I shouldn't be reading this. This is making me feel bad.
Let's not read that.
Okay. But my heart's doing better. But it makes everything else worse. That's the way it works.
Doggone, man.
Yeah, but every pill that came on there was like, hey, that's what I take. And then you start feeling like, oh, I have that side effect. Wait a minute.
Do I, though?
I do feel like I'm growing a third arm. I'm having to get special t-shirts made.
Oh, my gosh. If I was going to have an extra arm, I'd want it to be on the left.
Just wear sleeveless shirts.
Yeah.
You'd have to. You'd want to think it might help play guitar. Like you could do a lot of cool stuff if you had three arms.
But not really. Like, it kind of messes me up because then you only have one hand to pick with. So it's like you're trying to play this one and this one.
Maybe it'd be better for the
need
extra
four.
hand to be on the right side.
I feel like that would be torture, though, because like without one or the other, you can't do
I think
nothing.
it would. No, I mean you could do it. It would help. Think about it. if you were picking, you could do the top strings with one hand and the bottom strings with the other.
But have you ever tried to strum with this hand, though? Like, you'd have to go up here, and you'd be like...
Yeah, but if you had two on the right side, you could pick all the strings.
So one could be picking and the other one up here, like,
doing the
tapping
chords.
like Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah. Or doing chords,
Right on.
Yeah, it could work.
Makes sense.
As long as it wasn't a little weird deformed hand.
Take my strong hand.
I was watching a show, and it's about like these ex-military guys. They still work for the government,
Yeah.
And the bomb guy, he defused this bomb, and he like put the sand up. He's only got like 2 fingers, And he goes, "Who's got one thumb and just saved Las Vegas? This guy."
Oh my God. Oh, that's messed up. That's so
Good
messed
stuff,
up, man.
Good morning, Beverly. She's still watching us. That's good. I mean, I wish you could have seen us the last 2 days though, because we had some really great artists on.
Great artists.
Beverly, go back and watch yesterday's with Billy Joe. She's great.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
that Dolly Parton song she did.
I'm telling you, man.
I'll always love you. She nailed that. Sounded just like it.
Absolutely.
Good morning, Sharon Hutchinson. She says
Top of the morning to you.
she's in Prince Edward Island, Canada.
Ah, top of the morning to you.
Hey,
Yeah.
Canada. I love it. So my
Canada's
cousin,
beautiful, man. I'd love to go up there one of these days.
my cousin,
People are so nice, too.
remember my cousin Willie Mack?
Yeah.
Willie Mack was big in Canada.
Really?
So he moved to Nashville, right? And he was like the only other person in my family that was musically talented, I think. And
or maybe just the
it's-
only one that's pursued it.
he is, so his grandmother is my grandmother's sister. That's how we're related.
Okay.
I call him cousin though. But anyway, he was in Nashville, and he was an assistant to what's that guy's name? That played with Johnny Cash, and
Oh,
you know what I'm
shit.
talking about? Where's the jackets?
Oh, yeah. Who is that?
One of them Nashville guys. Oh, I went blank on his name. Anyway, he was his assistant,
I can't remember either.
and, and I'll think of it in a second. And then he ended up going and started, he was trying to do shows in Nashville. Nothing was happening in Nashville, but he became really big in Canada.
Wow.
And he told me something about, he liked the ketchup. It was different in Canada.
What?
Yeah, something about the ketchup. Maybe Sharon could tell me. But something about the ketchup was different. And he mentioned it on a radio interview. And then people started bringing ketchup to his shows, like bringing him ketchup. And it was like overkill. And he's like, why did I say ketchup? If I known everybody was going to give me what I talked about.
Could start a resale shop.
Could have done something besides
Resell
ketchup.
resell ketchup in America. He could become a distributor for the ketchup. I mean, he's getting it for free. That's 100% profit. Sell it
Man,
as
what was that
merch.
guy's name? He did that song "Turn Me Loose" and "Burn Me Down."
If you hadn't
I
asked
could
me, I
Marty.
would've thought of it.
Marty Stewart. It was Marty Stewart.
Okay.
He was Marty Stewart's assistant in Nashville for a long time.
Wow.
But he's back in Texas now. But he had some great music. But he evidently was really big in Canada. He played shows with Corb Lund and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
That is really cool.
I wonder if Sharon's heard of him or not. Stompin' Tom, Ketchup Loves Potatoes.
Ketchup loves potatoes.
Good morning, Michael. Hope you heard your song, man. We've been spinning the heck out of that stuff.
Man,
Michael
I'll tell you
Sparger.
what, heck yeah.
Love the A-Team. I can't wait to get some more music for them.
Man, everything they've sent us so far is amazing.
Always.
Digging it.
That Beverly Gosden, she kind of knows what she's doing.
Oh, man, she's a great
But
producer.
I like that single, Michael Sparger, What I Believe Is Right. Go check that out. For those that are just watching, you can always listen to us live on Live 365. And the link's right there on the website for all of
Yeah.
Facebook, YouTube, Live 365. All the ways to listen or watch. Got it all
yeah,
right there.
man.
I heard somebody ask me if he's going to play some more.
Just so happens I have a guitar right here.
My dad asked, he goes, where's the harmonicas? I said, I don't think that's happening this morning. We're just going to, you never know though.
Are you telling me I can't?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I just said he asked where the harmonicas are.
Hang on just
So now you want to do, I knew I shouldn't have said that. That's what happens. Oh man. Good old Jeb Bridges. He's always got extra instruments laying around. we go to shows. We need a trailer just for his stuff for acoustic show. He pulls out the old lap steel. And how old is that lap steel you play?
It's from 1946.
Yeah, me and that lap steel was born the same time. You know, I got a birthday coming up, pretty close.
Yes,
The
you do.
14th.
That's very true.
Be my last year of my 40s.
Man, I tell you what.
Be the big 49.
Big 49.
Yeah. Holly's listening. It was her birthday yesterday. We went to school together. So at least she's older than me by like a couple weeks at least. But you know, I've never had a good birthday ever.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it's
Like
because
an unlucky day?
it just never works out. Like for some reason my birthday has always been and I think because it's so close to Christmas, you know, I never got a present that wasn't wrapped in Christmas stuff. At least one. I always had at least one that was wrapped in Christmas paper. Like, you knew it was an afterthought, like, oh, let's just give him one of the Christmas presents for his birthday. I've never had a good party though, because like school would always let out. So people weren't here. They were doing family stuff, so there was no kids. Like, I always wanted to just pick a day in the summer and make it my birthday, and my mom wouldn't let me. I was like, no one will know. No one will know. It's like that thing. No one will know. No one will know. Right? I could have picked a summer
Who's gonna
birthday. No one would have known. Nobody would know. But no, I had to have a stupid December birthday.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I hated it.
Well, you know.
You couldn't have a pool party. There was nothing you could do.
Yeah.
My mom tried, though. I'll give her that. She tried.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It could
One
be,
time, a couple of years ago, had a guy call me wanting to have a birthday out here because it was his birthday, too.
Right.
He's like, hey, let's have a party at Rockstar Ranch. We'll have a double birthday. And I'm like, cool. He's like, I got all these people want to come. And I was like, all right. I mean, I wasn't going to do anything, so I guess, yeah. So then I get everything ready. I cook food, do all this stuff, right? I didn't really invite a lot of people because we know the same people.
Right.
So he was taking care of it. It was his deal. 2 people showed up. He decided to have his party somewhere else. Forgot to tell me.
You're kidding me.
No. So I threw my own birthday party for 2
I
people.
was gonna say, what if you just relocated? what if you just relocated the party? Like,
I need to
where-
relocate it to another day.
Yeah, you know, like do it
Like, I've never had a good birthday. So I don't get excited really about birthdays.
like in the summertime. You know,
That's what I've been saying my whole life.
summertime birthday.
Yeah.
Just be like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like a.
But
there's a
now
delay.
I'm so old I don't really want to have birthdays. So I figured out what I'm going to do.
You could do your unbirthday. That's
no.
every other day except for your birthday.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have an anniversary of my birth. Because then I can still have a party, but I don't get any older because it's not technically a birthday. It's an anniversary of the day I was born.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So that way I don't get older. Feel free to use that. Anybody that wants to.
That's great.
Anniversary of your birth. There you go. Are you plugged in there?
I always give. I got into
Check your. There you go. Oh yeah, that's better.
I got into a habit recently of I give my mom a present on my birthday. As I was a hellion.
So you give her a present on your birthday?
Yeah.
I did that the day I was born for my mom.
Yeah. I mean, I might just be sucking up, but I mean, I was hard to raise. I know that. So,
That sounds like a Merle Haggard song.
All on the range.
What you gonna do for us, Jeb?
I'm gonna play my first radio single that I ever did because he said he wanted a harmonica.
Oh, the one I stole out of your
you
truck.
just like-
You gotta tell that story before you play this song.
Well, I was working on this song in the studio out at Paleface Sound.
Yeah.
in Spicewood with my good friend and mentor Dave Womack, and we was out there doing it, and I was going back and forth with the mix and listening to it over and over again. And Jody kept asking me for it. He's like, "Hey, you mind handing me that off?
Yeah, it's like, I want to put it on the radio."
Come on, man. And I was like, no, it's not ready. And he was like, it is ready. It sounds great. I listened to it. And I said, no, I don't think it's ready. And so then,
Because you're a perfectionist and you never think anything's ready. You always want to do more to it.
I got the final mix.
Yeah.
And I thought,
You let me listen to it.
This is the one. But then I wrote Luke Bryan on it because I thought if it says Luke Bryan, Jody wouldn't even put it in a CD player. He won't even know what's on it.
Yeah, but I knew that you wouldn't have a Luke Bryan CD in your truck. That's how I knew that's what it was.
I didn't.
And then I took it inside and I listened to it and I was like, got it.
You know, this is the final mix, and then the next day, you know, because I let it sit for a day and I won't listen to it, so I didn't know it wasn't in the CD player.
Yeah, and at the time, we were just friends, but you didn't do the morning show with me or anything. No. But you were listening
to it.
And then I played Jeb Bridges' new single.
Here's that new single from Jeb Bridges, and I'm like, wait, what? Got me.
Well, I was trying to make you. I was trying to make you finish it. Like if I played it as already playing it, you had to say it's finished.
Oh man, well,
you couldn't do more to it.
You got me now. I'm happy about it now. You know, but
how many people does that happen to? The radio DJ steal your song to put it on sooner.
But it was cool, you know. Looking back at the time,
it's a good thing Beverly's in Georgia. Or I'd be stealing all her people's stuff and playing it for her.
Man, but, you know, it got me. I was like, oh no, 'cause I didn't think it was ready. But you know, you got a good ear, Jody. So I'll play this one. It's called the Lone Star Whistle.
All right.
Texas, she talks to a young man and whispers his name, blows him out on the highway in search of his place in the game. And that Lone Star Whistle, I call it, is wild and stray. There's wolves in the flock and they're dressing like sheep as they lay and wait. It's been 13 since I first left my father's abode. Mama was crying at the sight of her baby boy grown. And I set out chasing that Lone Star Whistle I'd heard. I almost ended up filling a hole in the earth. Yes, I've been knocked out and put down, sinking but never alone. And I felt the Lord's presence no matter how far I've roamed. When I first went to Austin, wouldn't you know I'd find trouble? The boys seen long-legged women led young me astray, and I ended up sitting in jail more times than I oughta. How could you ever be wise if you won't play the fool? Yes, I've been knocked out and put down, sinking but never alone. And I felt the Lord's presence no matter how far I've roamed. Texas, she talks to a young man and whispers his name, and pulls him out on the highway.
man, I still love that song.
That was the first one.
Yeah, you don't do that one as much anymore. You know,
hadn't played
we
that
write so many songs though. It's hard because you move on, you go to the new ones, and
Man, it ends up being that thing where, like, you know, you're thinking about it one day and it just pops back in your head.
either that or you're doing a show and then somebody else remembers, you know, and says, "Hey,
You remember when we were playing down at Bacon Bash and that guy comes up and he was like, I was waiting for you to play that Piggly Wiggly song.
yeah, I couldn't believe that." I was like, "Wait, what?" Yeah,
But to be fair, I mentioned you should play that when we were doing our set.
you did say that, and I didn't do it because I didn't think anybody wanted to hear it.
You were
and
saying
then-
you were going to, but then we got, you know, we kept getting requests too. You know,
Right.
for, somebody was like, they came up first. They asked me to play "Long Haired Country Boy," and then we started getting into our, you know,
yeah,
'cause
doing some covers, and
we got a lot of covers that we like to do that, you know, that nobody does anymore.
you love to do that Vern Gosdin song.
Yeah, man, I need to learn
Yeah.
more. There's another one from Burn that I've been keep saying I'm gonna learn it, but I hadn't learned it yet. You know.
There's a bunch of them. He
Yeah.
had some hits, man.
You know that one, I don't care if everybody knows the way I feel.
Oh, that's a
Man.
good one.
Oh, that one gets me every time.
Gets me,
man.
yeah. That's a good one.
But I gotta learn it. Man, there's some.
But
great
when you play
picks.
Set 'em Up Joe, man, everybody gets out there and dances. They all get
Oh,
out and
yeah.
dance to that.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, you can't go wrong with some good old.
And
Vern
Jeb
Gosdin.
made me learn it too, just so I could play while I could play the steel guitar during it.
I feel like that song needs the. You know, it needs that, like,
Yeah.
it's got to have that pickup.
Well, you taught me that. And like some songs, you just can't. It's hard to do acoustic if you don't have the other pieces because it doesn't sound like those riffs are important.
when they hear that,
That's what's
then
wrong
they
with.
know
That's
exactly
another
what it
thing
is.
wrong with pro country is, I feel like the musicians get left out. You know what I mean? Like they don't get to show off. Like in the old country stuff, like there was always a part where the musicians get to show off a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
Well, yeah, but you know the thing
do
is,
some
is
little riffs, some little solos.
a lot of folks, they'll use the same guys on every song, and they know the same riffs, and they don't really change it up. They just kind of come in, they lay it down, they leave, you know. And then you end up getting a lot of the same licks. That's why they're not memorable, because they're on everybody's stuff in the background.
Yeah,
you
it's-
know, they're just like, you know, like it's like
It's the
you
same.
keep-
It's like a loop.
you
That's
keep
why it
hearing
sounds
on
like a
every
loop.
song,
Yeah.
and that's why it's not interesting to the ear, because somebody
But-
didn't like play something different. you
But I
know?
feel like, you know, I miss the days of like when,
That pop
like
music.
Jerry Reed, you know what I mean? Like people
man.
couldn't even copy him, like on stuff.
Yeah, wasn't it a thing? You told me something about Jerry when
Elvis was doing a Jerry Reed song,
right.
but nobody could play like the part that he put in it. And Elvis wanted Jerry, but he was fishing. And they went and
right.
found him, and they were like, "Hey, Elvis needs you to come play on his album. Like, he needs you to do this part." And he said, "Nope, I'm fishing." And they're like,
busy, man.
"But it's Elvis," and he's like, "Don't care, fishing."
like you know.
But they come up with enough money that he's like, "I fish later."
All right,
He was fishing for more money. I think that's what he was doing.
Yep.
But man, he was a picker. But you know, think about Glenn Campbell, and Jerry Reed, and Roy Clark,
Yeah,
and
yeah. I mean, you know,
those guys, man. Like,
Glenn Campbell's actually the one that came up with that.
oh, he's the one that came up with that part.
Yeah, so I was talking to some fellers. I was on the set of True Country, or what was it? Yeah, True Country on RFD TV, and I had this all-star band up there with me, and they asked me. So Heather Miles, she runs that show, and we were out in Brady at her new location at that old hotel.
Yeah.
And man, it was really a cool cast up there. And, you know, it was like Neil McCoy's drummer and a steel player who'd played on a bunch of different people's stuff, and you know, they do a lot of Western swing out there too. And I was talking to him, you know, and they asked me to do 2 covers and 2 original songs. So the 2 covers that I decided to do were Honky Tonk Heroes and Mama Tried. And which they really, you know, the audience afterwards, they came up, shook my hand, and they thanked me, and they were like, "Thank you." Nobody ever comes out here. Like, we love Western swing, but nobody
Yeah.
ever comes out here and plays any of the, you know, our old
Good
favorite
country,
stuff.
yeah.
You know, some of the outlaw stuff. And I was like, well, happy to do it. But one of the folks up there, I think it was a steel player, he said, you know, Glenn Campbell wrote that lick. He said, I was in on that session, and he come in the room after the song was over, and we're kind of all listening to it. And he goes, hang on a second, turn that thing back on. He went in there and he did the... And
That's what made the song,
and
too.
it was just made it pop. Now, he could have been pulling my leg, but he did tell me that.
I doubt that. Oh, that sounds right.
And I thought that was the coolest thing. You never know how all that stuff comes together.
Michael Sparker commented after you played your song there. He said, "Damn, that was great."
Man, thank you, Michael.
Maybe we can all jam one day.
I love that.
Beverly said that Vern's first number one was "Tell by the Way You Dance." That was his first number one
It's
hit.
such a good song.
I didn't know
man.
that was his first one though. That's pretty cool.
I can tell by the way you dance, but you're gonna love me tonight.
Yeah, that's
Love
good.
that song, man.
Beverly said they just cut their first Western country music on Tuesday. So like some Western swing kind of stuff. Let's do another one, and then we'll take a little break and come back. Since we got you all warmed up, let's do something fast. Let's do something swingy.
This song, I don't have anything too swingy. I haven't written too many swing tunes, but I got this one. It's kind of
Fun. I mean, up tempo.
kind of bluegrassy, kind of thing. This is another song I wrote a long time ago. I hadn't played in a while. It's called Wolf and Sheep.
Oh, I love this song.
Let's get down here.
It's one of my favorites.
I set out January 4th of 2018. Gonna make my little Dixie sugar blush with a pretty diamond ring. And I made a pact with God I wouldn't play no more bands if he weren't in them. Devil tried to sway me every direction, cause he knew I was against him. And I said, Lord, won't you guide me, cause I know the fall is steep. There's wolves all over right here, been dressing just like sheep these days. Well, I went on down to Collie, myself a dog I couldn't keep. That's when I met Armando. By the looks of him, I thought he was a sheep. And I drank with him and sang a little boy. He said, you got the job. I'm gonna make you to a big star. Boy, sign here at the top. 1 year later, he was scalping me. He'll owe me too much money's what he said. And I saw a wolf's grin upon his face, and I knew I'd been led. And I said, Lord, won't you guide me, cause I know the fall is steep. There's wolves all over out here, been dressing just like sheep these days.
Yeah. Still one of my favorites right there.
It's been a long time since I played that one.
That's good stuff. Hey, I appreciate all of you tuning in and hanging with us. Kelly McKicken loves that song. She says, that's the truth. Truth.
Like
Truth it is. Yes, it is. Good stuff, man. Well, we're going to take a little break. Of course, if you're listening online, you get to stay on, listen to some great music. And we'll keep that rolling, as always, on Texas Homegrown Radio. And then you can watch us live on Facebook Live and YouTube Live when we're talking. So,
Right.
I know I always had a face for radio. I don't know why we do the video stuff.
Me too, buddy.
Stick around. We got more coming your way. It's the Morning Ride live on Texas Homegrown Radio and from the Rockstar Ranch and Texas Homegrown Studios. Oh, yeah.